You know, there may come a time when a loved one needs, be in an inpatient facility here on the Gulf Coast. Well, St. Joseph here on Broad Avenue in Gulfport is a great place for them to look into, for you to look into for a loved one. Mark Krausen is the Executive Director,
That's correct.
Regional Director
That's correct.
For St. Joseph. If you would, give us a little bit of background about yourself.
Well, actually, I used to be a high school football coach. And in 1999, my father got small cell carcinoma cancer, and I had lost 3 uncles and my grandparents to cancer, and went home and helped take care of my father, and I never went back to coaching. I felt like God brought me to a different path, and ever since then I've been with Hospice, and every day it's a joy to be able to help people.
Well, tell us a little bit, if you would, about St. Joseph now. It's actually based out of Baton Rouge.
That's correct. We're based out of Baton Rouge. In Louisiana, we have home health and hospice and inpatient units, and in Mississippi and in Alabama, Mobile, we have hospice. This is our first inpatient unit in Mississippi, and we're looking forward to getting this going and then moving on to Jackson and opening another inpatient unit.
All right, well, it's a really nice unit, so we're going to take you on a little tour of St. Joseph Hospice here on Broad Avenue in Gulfport. Tell us about the different rooms that you have here, if you would, please.
Well, we have 13 private bedrooms. We thought it was very important not to make them semi-private because families need a private setting and the patient. So we did 13 private rooms. One of our rooms is for a large family. As you'll see, it's it'll hold up to 10 or 12 family members. It has a large bed. All of our rooms have 44-inch TVs in it, armoires. Basically, any amenity you want, we've put them in these rooms.
And you have, as far as these rooms, now these are, this is the large room.
Yeah, this is
the rest of
the
them
large
kind of-
room. And the other rooms are large, but they're just not, this is the largest family room I do have.
Okay.
All these rooms like this have semi-private bathrooms.
Right.
Except 3 of my rooms, and then they have private bathrooms and showers.
All right, well, let's go take a look at those rooms here at St. Joseph. Wow, that is a huge shower. You can play racquetball in that shower.
Absolutely, and we have 3 rooms on the north end of our building like that with 3 private showers and bathrooms with the rooms that goes with the other 10 rooms. So you'll see that we've tried to do this building as good as we can to make it friendly for the families and patients. Some of the patients that we get in here are going to need that private shower more than others, so that's why we did it this way.
Okay, well, one of the things that we want to talk about is some of the nutritional things that they have here. So let's take a walk over to the kitchen. You know, one of the important things, of course, are the patient's nutritional needs.
Absolutely.
And I know that their meals are catered by one of the finest restaurants here on the Gulf Coast. Can't say a name, but I know that they are good. So we'll talk about that, though.
You know, we decided to go a direction. You know, if it's your mom and daddy just laying in the bed and they're sick and they're terminal, the way we look at it is you want the best for them.
Sure.
So we didn't do the frozen food thing. We didn't do the microwave thing. We went to one of the restaurants here on the coast. We talked to them. They will provide our breakfast, lunch, and dinner daily for each patient in this facility. We think they deserve it, and that's why we're providing it that way.
Now, as far as the family, though, I mean, if they stay here overnight, they're able to do that?
Oh yes, absolutely. The families, we have places provided where they can stay. But the main thing is the food that they eat is here in the refrigerator and freezer, and they do not have to leave this facility. They can stay with their loved one 24/7.
I know, you got a really nice dining room area.
Absolutely.
They get out there, it's got coffee pots and microwave and everything that you need, and just, again, you're able to sit there and enjoy your time with your family while the family member is still getting tremendous care here at St. Joseph.
And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to make it convenient for the families and the patients, because the families are also going through a troubled time. So we wanted to make sure they had everything they needed here, and they do not have to leave this premises. Everything's provided for them, and they can stay with their loved one while their loved one is in here.
Okay. Well, there are some instances where the family member may want to stay at home, and they do provide hospice. So we're going to talk about that next here at St. Joseph in Gulfport. Now, in a minute, we'll talk about the inpatient unit and how you can find out more information about it. Well, let's talk about hospice, though.
That's correct.
What exactly is hospice?
Well, it's the physiological, psychological, and spiritual treatment of patients who have a terminal illness. But basically, hospice is living with dignity and it's compassion. What people don't realize is people on hospice have a longer quality of life of people who are not on hospice. So there's so much that we can do, and people don't realize what we do. People mention, when you say hospice, people get scared. They think, oh, I'm gonna pass away tomorrow, and that's not what hospice is about. You know, we have people that's been on hospice 6, 7, 8 months. As long as they qualify for it, they receive the hospice benefit. You know, we provide so much for them in the homes. A social worker for the family and the patient, for living wills, to help with, you know, we've had patients that needed help with how to pay the water bill. And they don't have the resources. My social worker goes in. We offer bereavement. We offer CNAs, which go in and help bathe them, fix their hair, do their nails. And then we have nurses. You know, we do everything, you know, from doing labs, blood, where the patient doesn't have to leave the home to take it to the lab, so they're not going back and forth to the hospital. So there's so much that we can do, and there's so much of a benefit to the families and the patients in the home.
Because the families can't always be there. I mean, they have jobs that they have to do themselves. So, you know, having good hospice is very, very important.
It absolutely is important. You know, this day and time, most families can't be there every day. No. It's impossible, and we see a lot of times that the families are living way away. So we are their family, and once they join St. Joseph, they are part of our family. You know, and what we have to remember, everyone in hospice, anybody who needs hospice, they get to pick what hospice they want to be in, and that's the good thing about it. They get to choose. We don't choose for them. The physician doesn't choose. They get to choose what hospice they want.
Well, we got about a minute left, so if you would, let's get back to the inpatient unit here.
Absolutely.
And how you can be a part of that if you need to.
Absolutely. Our inpatient unit is for patients who have pain management and symptom control problems. So if they're at home or they're in a nursing home or personal care home, wherever their home is, and we cannot control their pain or their symptom control, they can come here. The average length of stay here is about 5 days. And we take care of them. You take a patient that goes in and out of the ER, them rotating doors, the families are wore out. You know, those patients, if they stabilize them in the ERs and call us, we'll put them in our facility, a beautiful facility, and they get one-on-one care.
Really, really nice.
And we will take care of them that way. So there's such a benefit to what we do, and we want to be a benefit to this community.
Well, that's great. Mark, thank you so much for the tour.
Thank
really
you.
nice place here. Again, if you'd like some more information about St. Joseph Hospice, they're located here on Broad Avenue in Gulfport, just on the south side of the hospital. Call the number on your screen if you'd like to come by, get a tour, look around, and find out if it's something that will fit you and your family here at St. Joseph Hospice in Gulfport on Broad Avenue.